video, we are going to be talking to you about adoption. How do you position yourself in terms of filing a successful I-130 petition? You want to bring your child to the United States, an adoptive child to the United States. How do you position yourself? The reason we are going to talk about this case today is because we have a case where someone who actually filed the I-130, because they didn't file it according to the laws, they have found themselves in removal proceedings. My friend, in this video, we are going to talk to you about the details of that case and give you some advice, really some information that you have to keep in mind when you're filing those I-130 petitions. My name is Bijoux Ngwanda. I'm an immigration lawyer based here in DC. However, I do have clients across the country and around the world because we are dealing with complex U.S. immigration laws cases. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you are not new, welcome back. Thank you for subscribing, and please do not forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. If you enjoy the content, you go ahead and share, like. Don't forget to comment below. Also follow us on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook page, Facebook group, and Threads, so you will be updated, okay, on the latest immigration news. Let's get right into it. Adoption. The first thing you have to know is that you have to make sure that you know the laws of the country where you are adopting that child. Because if you don't know the laws of the country where you're adopting the child, what's going to happen is they're going to provide you with some adoption document that's going to be fraudulent because it's not being done according to the laws of that particular country. That was the case with this U.S. lawful permanent resident person who was about to get the U.S. citizenship. However, the U.S. citizenship got denied based on the fact that the document they provided for the adoption was fraudulent. They didn't know that because they just wanted to adopt people, children, but they didn't know that the adoption in question was fraudulent, okay? Really, you have to do your due diligence. You can read it even on Google. What is the criteria, okay? What are the conditions of that country where you're adopting the child? Even if it's your country, for example, in the DRC where I came from, in order for you to adopt a child, first of all, you have to have only 2 children alive, unless you're adopting the children of your spouse. Other than that, if you have already 3 children, you have to seek permission from the government, for the governor, okay? And not to mention, you cannot adopt more than 3 children. If you're trying to adopt 3 children, then you have to seek permission from the president. And people don't know that because they just go and file papers, and those lawyers over there seeking some cash, they will just produce you with some document, and because you don't know, you take those documents, you present it to USCIS. What's going to happen is USCIS will do their due diligence because the information is on the Department of State. So they'll find out, is this adoption according to the laws of that country? If it's not, then you introduced false document. This person find themselves in removal proceedings. Why? Because their U.S. citizenship was denied based on fraud. Okay, and when the U.S. citizenship is denied based on fraud, what's going to happen if you don't appeal? And if the appeal doesn't stand, they refer your case to court, because at that point, even the lawful permanent resident in question has been questioned, because they will say you have to have had your lawful status legally, right? But the fact that you are introducing false document, it means that even the lawful permanent resident status in question was illegal. So that's the reason you can find yourself in court, and that's why this person find themselves in court, and now we gotta find a way to defend them. But the subject is really about adoption, okay? Once you figure out the laws of that country where you're adopting the child. Now you have to come with the adoption here, how it works here. Then we are going to counsel you based on U.S. law, because immigration lawyer in the DC, because I work with U.S. laws, okay? So the first thing is legal custody, okay? Legal custody. Legal custody, the child has to be adopted, okay? By the time the child was under the age of 16 and unmarried. If there is an exception, it's only one that says that if the same parents are adopting another siblings, then they can go with the age of 18, okay, up to 18. That's an exception. How do you prove legal custody? With the adoption decree, okay? Then you have to prove joint residency as well. You resided with the child in question either 2 years prior adoption or 2 years after adoption. Then you have to show where the natural parents of the child live. If they're dead, then you show the death certificate. If they're not dead, then you have to show where they live, where they reside. It's better if they don't reside with you, because if they reside with you, you have to show parental control, that you are exercising parental control regardless of the natural parents of the adoptive child living with you. You are still the one exercising parental control, okay? Yeah, but if they don't live with you, then you go and show with extensive evidence, of course, where they reside, how far is it, how many miles away from you, and so forth. That's really how you prove adoption. In the days today, things of the child like schools and stuff like that, then it has to show really on the school bulletin that you're the one exercising parental control, okay? Then you can prove that too with early school record and stuff like that. And the most important question is, a lot of people ask, is how do I prove joint residency? Because in third world countries, sometimes people don't have like lease agreement. Then you have to come up with affidavits, okay, from landlords or from the person who owned the house, notarized with witnesses. We get a little bit creative on how you get those documents. Call 202-751-2180, email bijoux.ngwandaesq@gmail.com, because you have to do that, because we don't want you to miss out, okay? To miss out on opportunity because you didn't understand the process involved. It's very complicated, and if you don't do it right, you can find yourself in removal just like the other person, okay? Avoid that by any means necessary. Consult with legal. If you do not have one, again, we're here to help. Consultation links are in the description box below. Until next time, bye-bye.